This evening, we shift our attention to a tragic event that happened in Guyana, a country that is taking all measures to protect itself from a threatened invasion by Venezuela. A Guyana Defence Force helicopter crashed in Essequibo near the Guyana Venezuela border on Wednesday, December 6. Of the 7 persons on board, 5 perished, including the pilot. The Bell 412 pilot reportedly had 40 years of flying experience. The 2 soldiers who survived were extracted from the crash site today and flown to a medical facility. Their medical condition remains unverified up to the time of this broadcast. News of the tragic crash led to widespread speculations that Venezuela might have something to do with it. As you may know, there is an escalating dispute between Guyana and Venezuela over Essequibo. Only a few days ago, Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro declared plans to seize and control Essequibo, the same region of Guyana at the center of the dispute. He also indicated companies will be granted licenses to explore and exploit oil offshore the oil-rich Essequibo region. So let's dive into the details and see what will be the final takeaway. Remember to hit the subscribe button below, then the bell icon to keep up to date with news, events, and issues you're following. Since the final takeaway focuses on facts rather than sensationalizing news, we will avoid speculations on what happened or if any external forces were involved. We will provide updates as the story develops. For now, this is all we know based on information released by the Guyana Defence Force and the Prime Minister of Guyana. Here's what we know so far. The Bell 412 helicopter went down about 30 miles east of Guyana's border with Venezuela. The Army Chief Brigadier General Omar Khan told reporters late Wednesday that the Guyana Defence Force lost contact with the brand new chopper after it took off from Olive Creek settlement in western Guyana following a refueling stop. The helicopter reportedly went missing around 11:20 a.m. on Wednesday, December 6. The helicopter crashed in a remote area of dense jungle, which made the rescue mission challenging. According to reports, a search and rescue team was deployed almost immediately at around 11:20 a.m. on Wednesday. Based on reports from the Army chief, bad weather deterred a rescue team from getting to the crash site on Wednesday. The rescue mission was postponed and resumed on Thursday. On the same day, a special forces team arrived at the crash site around 14:30 p.m. on an extraction mission. Searchers found the wreckage the same afternoon. Initial reports stated there were signs of survivors building hope in loved ones and the Defense Force that their fellow servicemen had survived. Hours after, around 14:47 p.m., the rescue team confirmed that 5 of the 7 men had perished. Based on reports, the 7 officers were at the time carrying out a routine inspection of troops in the mountainous and dense forested area of Essequibo. Describing the tragedy as immeasurable on his social media, Guyana's President Irfan Ali said this: "My heart pains and drowns in sorrow at the tragic loss of some of our finest men in uniform." The big question in everyone's mind is what went wrong to cause this crash. Speculations are running wild as questions surface on whether Venezuela is involved in the tragic incident. We'd like to first drive home the fact that this incident is under investigation. Secondly, a number of factors could have led to the crash: bad weather, technical problems, engineering issues, human error, overweight, obstructed vision, and lastly, external forces. Bear in mind that this is a brand new helicopter. However, questions arose about potential manufacturing defects. In a press conference on Wednesday evening, the Army chief stated that there were no indications that Venezuela was involved. Speaking to Associated Press, Guyana's Prime Minister Mark Phillips confirmed on Thursday there was no evidence of hostile fire. We'll end tonight's broadcast with a look at the 5 soldiers who lost their lives. The pilot, Lieutenant Colonel Michael Charles, retired Brigadier Gary Beaton, Lieutenant Colonel Sean Welcome, Colonel Michael Shahood, and Staff Sergeant Jason Kahn. Lieutenant Andy Crawford and Corporal Wayne Jackson are the 2 survivors. See you next time on The Final Takeaway.